Genspark and Microsoft Agent combo is insane. Today I'm going to show you how Genspark just changed the AI game forever. This thing works with Microsoft Agent to do stuff that shouldn't be possible. We're talking about AI that actually completes tasks for you, not just chatting, not just answering questions, actually doing the work. This is the craziest AI tool I've seen in months, and nobody's talking about it yet. All right, so Genspark just dropped something that's going to blow your mind. And I'm not exaggerating. This is one of those moments where you realize AI just took a massive leap forward. So what is Genspark? Most people have never heard of it. It's a search engine, but not like Google. It uses AI to give you actual answers instead of just links. Now here's where it gets crazy. They just integrated Microsoft Agent into their platform. A Microsoft Agent is not your regular AI assistant. This thing can actually take actions for you. Let me explain what that means. Most AI tools just talk to you, right? You ask a question, they give you an answer, that's it. But Microsoft Agent goes way beyond that. It can book flights for you, it can manage your calendar, it can send emails, it can fill out forms, it can interact with websites on your behalf. And now Genspark has this built right into their search engine. You could search for something like find me the cheapest flight to Miami next weekend. And instead of showing you a list of websites, it actually books the flight for you right there. That's insane. But let me show you what this actually looks like in practice, because the demo is where your jaw really hits the floor. So you go to Genspark, you type in your search. Let's say you want to plan a trip. You ask it to find hotels in Austin for next month under $200 a night. Normal search engines give you links. Genspark gives you actual hotel options with prices, with availability, with reviews, all in one place. No clicking through 10 different websites. But here's the kicker: with Microsoft Agent integration, you can tell it to book one of those hotels and it does it. You don't leave Genspark, you don't open another tab. The AI handles everything. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds too good to be true. And I thought the same thing. But I tested it and it works. The technology is real. Microsoft has been building Agent for a while now. They're putting it into all their products. And Genspark is one of the first search engines to actually use it properly. Let me break down why this matters for your business, because this isn't just cool tech. This is a game changer for productivity. Right now, you probably waste hours every week doing simple tasks, booking meetings, scheduling calls, looking up information, copying and pasting between websites. All that stuff takes time. With Genspark and Microsoft Agent, you can automate most of that. You can ask it to schedule a meeting with someone. It checks both calendars, finds a time that works, sends the invite, done. You can ask it to research competitors. It pulls up their websites, analyzes their content, gives you a summary, all in seconds. Let me show you some specific use cases, because I think this is where people really start to see the value. Let's say you run an agency like me. You're constantly looking for new clients. You need to research companies, find contact info, send outreach emails. Normally that takes forever. With Genspark, you can automate the whole process. You ask it to find companies in a specific industry. It pulls up a list. You ask it to find the decision makers. It gets their names and emails. You ask it to draft outreach emails. It writes them based on each company's needs. Then you can have Microsoft Agent actually send those emails, all from one interface. Let's say you're in e-commerce. You need to research products. You check prices on different platforms, monitor competitors, track reviews. You could spend all day clicking through websites, or you could ask Genspark to do it for you. It searches every major platform, compares prices, shows you the best deals. And if you want to buy something, it can handle the checkout process too. The possibilities are endless, and this is just the beginning. Microsoft is pouring billions into Agent. They want it to become the main way people interact with computers, and Genspark is betting big on this technology. They're not trying to compete with Google on traditional search. They're building something completely different, something that actually helps you get stuff done. Now, here's something most people don't know. Genspark was actually founded by some former Google engineers. These guys worked on search for years. They know how it works, and they realize that search is broken. People don't want links anymore. They want answers. They want solutions. They want AI that actually understands what they're trying to do. So they built Genspark from the ground up to be AI first. Every feature is designed around making AI more useful, not just more accurate, but more actionable. And the Microsoft Agent integration is the perfect example of that. It's not enough to tell someone where to find information. You need to help them use that information. You need to complete the task for them. That's what sets Genspark apart. They're not just giving you better search results. They're giving you a tool that actually replaces human work. Now, I want to talk about the interface for a second, because this is important. A lot of AI tools are complicated. They have a million features. You need to read tutorials to figure them out. Genspark is the opposite. It's dead simple. You type what you want, it does it. That's it. There's no learning curve. You don't need to know special commands. You don't need to understand how the AI works. You just talk to it like you talk to a person, and it figures out what you need. The Microsoft Agent stuff works the same way. You don't need to set anything up. You don't need to give it access to your accounts. Well, actually, you do for some features, but the process is super smooth. You just connect your Microsoft account, and then Agent can access your calendar, your email, all that stuff. It uses those permissions to actually complete tasks for you. And it's all secure. Microsoft has crazy good security, so you don't have to worry about your data getting leaked or hacked. Now, I want to address something because I know some of you are thinking this sounds too automated, like it takes the human element out of things, and I get that concern. But here's the reality. These tasks we're talking about, they're not creative work, they're not strategic thinking, they're just grunt work. Stuff that has to get done but doesn't require much skill. By automating that stuff, you free up time for the things that actually matter. The creative strategy, the relationship building, the big picture thinking, that's where humans add real value, not in booking flights or scheduling meetings. And here's the thing. Your competitors are going to start using tools like this. If you're not automating the boring stuff, you're going to fall behind. It's not about replacing humans. It's about making humans more effective, giving them superpowers so they can do in 1 hour what used to take 10 hours. That's the real promise of AI. And Genspark with Microsoft Agent is delivering on that promise. Let me tell you about the speed too, because this is something that really impressed me. Most AI tools are slow. You ask a question, you wait some more. Finally, you get an answer. Genspark is fast, like really fast. You type your search, boom, results instantly. The AI processes everything in seconds, and when you ask Microsoft Agent to do something, it happens right away. No lag, no loading screens, it just works. That's the benefit of having Microsoft's infrastructure behind it. They've got data centers all over the world, crazy powerful servers. So the experience is smooth, right? Here's another use case, customer service. If you run any kind of business, you deal with customer questions, people asking about your products, your services, your policies. Normally, you'd need to hire support staff or spend hours answering emails yourself. With Genspark, you can set up an AI agent to handle this. It can answer common questions, look up order information, even process refunds or exchanges, and it does it instantly, 24/7, no breaks, no vacations, just constant availability. Or what about data analysis? Let's say you have a spreadsheet with thousands of rows. You need to find patterns, calculate averages, create charts. That normally takes forever, even if you're good at Excel. With Genspark, you just upload the file. Ask it what you want to know, and it analyzes everything. Gives you the insights, creates visualizations, all in seconds. Microsoft Agent can even update the spreadsheet for you, add formulas, fix errors, whatever you need. The content creation possibilities are huge too. You can use Genspark to research topics, write articles, create social media posts, design graphics, and because it has agent integration, it can actually publish that content for you. Schedule posts, update your website, send newsletters, end-to-end automation, from idea to published content, without you touching anything. Here's what I think is going to happen. Genspark is going to grow fast, really fast. Once people realize what it can do, they're not going to go back to regular search engines. Why would you? Why click through 10 websites when you can get the answer immediately? Why manually do tasks when AI can do them for you? Right? The value proposition is too strong. And as more people use it, the AI gets better. It learns from every search, every task, every interaction. So the product improves constantly. That's the power of AI. It scales in a way traditional software can't. And Microsoft is pushing Agent hard. They're integrating it into Windows, into Office, into every product they make. So the technology is only going to get better, more capable, more powerful. And Genspark is riding that wave. They're positioning themselves as the search engine for the AI age, not the information age, the AI age, where computers don't just show you information, they act on it. Now, let's talk about privacy for a second, because I know this is a concern. When you use AI tools, you're giving them data, your searches, your emails, your calendar, all that stuff, and you want to make sure it's protected. Genspark takes privacy seriously. They don't sell your data. They don't share it with advertisers. They use it to improve their AI, but it's anonymized. And Microsoft has even stronger privacy policies. They're a huge company. They can't afford data breaches, so they invest heavily in security. Your information is safe. That said, you should still be smart about what you share. Don't use AI for super sensitive stuff like banking passwords or medical records, unless the tool is specifically designed for that. Genspark is great for productivity and research, but use common sense. Don't put anything in there you wouldn't want someone else to see, even though it's private and secure.